Myrna and I like to thank our children, Barbara, Scott, and our daughter-in-law, Diane, for making the special efforts in making this evening memorable. Thank you. We would also like to thank our family and friends for coming this evening. Without you, I don't think it would have been the same as it is now. I would also like to thank Myrna for being a wonderful, loving, loyal wife for 30 years.
Thank you.
Thank you. For those of you who don't know how we met, I'll give you the long story. I met Myrna at a Columbus Day dance in New York over 30 years ago. She was wearing a bright pink dress and was the most beautiful girl in the room. She was 17 years old, and I was an old man of 22. Wow. She was a freshman at Queens College, took her telephone number, and called her up the next week. And that's how it all began. On our first date, we went ice skating. Myrna had never been ice skating before, which made us the most entertaining couple on the floor, and I do mean on the floor. After the second date, I knew that I wanted to marry Myrna. On our third date, I told her I wanted to marry her. She thought I was nuts at the time. Said, "This'll never be." We were engaged in the spring and married on the hottest day of the year in New York, 98 degrees. There was no air conditioning. It was a hot, humid evening. And as it wore on, most of our guests started to removing more and more of their clothes, limited only by the laws of New York State and the standards of decency. On our honeymoon, we started driving to Florida, and in a moment of inspiration, we turned around and headed for the cool Laurentian Mountains of Canada, where the temperature reached a high of 40. We didn't have so much as a sweater with us, but that's where cuddling both kept us warm. I was in the Army at the time and stationed at Aberdeen Proving Grounds in Maryland. And this 18-year-old girl quit school to be with me in Maryland. We were living on a private salary of $60 a month, but we were very happy. Myrna practiced typing 8 hours a day to get a job, to increase this $60 a month income. This was not the best career decision for Myrna, because at the height of her typing career, she was up to 22 words a minute, with many mistakes. On my suggestion, after seeing this, she applied for a job as a mathematician's assistant, which required 3 years of college math, even though she only had 1 year of math. Myrna passed the math test, and we were rich. She was making $70 a week, finding least squares and finding areas under curves. While Myrna was bringing in these big bucks, I amused myself with engineering research at the Army. The Army also provided me with many amusements, driving guard trucks, walking fire patrol around empty warehouses, and peeling at least 10,000 potatoes in KP. I have never since peeled a potato. After 2 years in the Army, I started working in Baltimore, and Myrna applied to Johns Hopkins University. She was turned down. It turns out that it was an all-male school at the time. After arguing with them that this was ridiculous, they still refused to admit women and take Myrna. Myrna went to the University of Maryland by bus, traveling 4 hours every day back and forth. We then decided to move to California, where I worked and went to school, and Myrna completed her undergraduate education. She finally also obtained a driver's license out here after having learner's permits in 3 different states. She still says the driver's test was a lot scarier than the bar exam. Scott attended his mother's undergraduate graduation ceremony in Utah. 10 months after Scott was born, Myrna went to law school 5 nights a week so she could be with the children during the days. I hurried home from work in the evenings to take care of Scott and then later Barbara. Scott called Myrna Mama Daddy and called me Daddy Mommy. Barbara was born during Myrna's 2nd summer session. Having 2 such adorable and bright and outgoing children made our lives complete at the time. Myrna and I both finished our education, went to work, and our children grew into the fine young people that you see here today. We are very proud of Scott, Barbara, and Diane. During these 30 years, Myrna has always loved me, helped me, and stood with me through good times and bad. She is and always has been a wife and mother first, putting her own needs last with respect to this. I would like to thank Myrna for the 30 wonderful years that she gave me and has given me. Thanks for being here on our 30th anniversary, and hope all of you will be here on our 60th.
You can be as lucky as us and share a 30th anniversary with their parents, especially in this day and age. Not only do we get these type of days, but we get birthdays, holidays, and all that. And with that, I would like to say, you're wonderful parents, we love you, and happy anniversary.
I also would like to congratulate our parents on their 30th anniversary. Recently, we were looking at their wedding pictures and saw the hopes and dreams that were apparent in their faces on each and every picture. And now, after 30 years, the experiences and love that they've shared must far exceed their expectations that they had on that wedding day. And still now, those hopes and dreams are present and even stronger than ever. I also would like to congratulate them and tell them that their children love, admire, and respect them very, very much.
This day is obviously very important to us, but there are a few other people who this day is very important to. Pat and Norman Al, where are you? Tomorrow should be your 30th anniversary? Is that correct?
Next Wednesday.
Okay, next Wednesday. Well, we'd like to congratulate Pat and Norman Al. Glenn and Sue Foy, where are you? We'd also like to congratulate Glenn and Sue Foy because in February it's their 30th anniversary. Happy anniversary. Rona and Lenny, where are you? Yesterday was your 26th anniversary? Is that right? I just want to make sure. Happy anniversary. And I don't have it down, but I guess Gert and Abby just celebrated their 40th? Is that correct? 40 years. Happy anniversary. Nancy Perkinson? Nancy, tomorrow's your, we're not going to say, but tomorrow's your birthday. Happy birthday. Rex, where are you? You hiding from us? Here he is.
Here.
Can't see you with the light. Well, tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday is your birthday. Happy birthday, Rex.
Thank you.
Have I left anybody out? Sorry about that. Anyway, thank you all for coming and enjoy yourself tonight.
Well, I need my baby home. Don't you feel that I love her? Smile for the camera, everyone. I lost my head and the morning rain. I know I was wrong. I couldn't see. I let my world slip away from me. Oh, if you happen to see the most beautiful girl I know, if you did, was she right? If you happen to see the most beautiful girl walk out on me, tell her I'm sorry. Tell her I'm sorry, baby. Won't you tell her I'm sorry and I love you? Thank you.
Some plates up here for the cake.
The roses.